Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to the AS Roma Career Mode. Let's get this started properly with you guys commenting that I'm basically wasting all my good wingers like Falke, Iturbe, Gervinho, Salah. With this formation, I'm not able to play them, and most of you guys in the comments have been saying, yo, you have to change this again. This is not working. This is not AS Roma, and I have to agree with you guys. We are going back to the 4-3-3 formation, and hopefully this will get us some victory again. I mean, in the last episode we did quite well, so I'm hoping that the performances do not really go down, because we are in really crucial matches in this episode. We are playing against Atletico Madrid, and we are also playing against Inter. So yeah, I need some good performances. Assistant coaches, if you guys could smash over 1,500 likes, that would be much appreciated. Also, big stuff happening in my life right now. I have to say, man, I'm very close to moving into a place, so whew, wish me luck, boys. Wish me luck, because a lot will change then. You will have my face in the top right of your corner every single video, and it will be much more personal. I mean, we guys can then connect with each other. Not in a gay way, just in a simple assistant coach to coach relationship. The first match of today is in the Serie A, and it is against Florentina, a team that I do really respect, because in real life they are doing some great work, and it is a team that can definitely pick up some points against us if they do play their best game. We started off though into this match with a few attacks coming in. Gervinho on the left with a header that should have been a goal in my opinion, but let's move on into the next attack. This time we are in the second half. Fiorentina trying to get past my defenders, and they are not really rushing it. They are waiting for the perfect pass, and that just now arrived for Suarez, who scores it against me. No, it's not Luis Suarez. It is probably Mario Suarez, if that is his name. And we already conceded. Boy, this is a tough game. I cannot lose this, because I know that the teams that are above me are just so close to me. I need these 3 points. Totti is now on the ball. He's waiting for the right moment to take a shot. He's passing it to Sali, getting it over to Iturbe. Iturbe with the fake shot. Totti inside to make it 1-1 in the 60th minute. Straight after conceding, we have been able to score with the legendary striker of AS Roma, or not really a striker, the center forward, let's just put it that way. Totti has been a great player this season, not too many expectations for him, so 4 goals in the Serie A, that's quite decent as a backup on the bench all the time. Van Keur now looking for someone on the left. He is deciding to cut back inside into the middle. Look for Totti. Totti to Paredes, and that is an amazing goal, which makes it 2-1 in the 80th minute. Leandro Paredes, the youngster who came back from loan, is smashing that one into the top left corner, and finally again a long shot added to the tally. I mean, at the end of the season, honestly, I want to make a long shot compilation. Would you guys be interested in that? There will be a straw poll in the link in the description, so you can just check that out and let me know if you would be interested in that, because I think this season so far we have at least scored 10 long shots, which were really nice, and a few free kicks as well. So I'm really happy that we have been able to come back into this match with Leandro Paredes scoring a great goal, and also a great performance by Totti. 1 assist and 1 goal from the legend in this match. He was the man of the match in that one, in my opinion. Sanabria, Iturbe, and Salah are the ones that we are concentrating on for the training. And I have to say, Sanabria is the best talent in this team. I know a few players do have higher potential, but so far, he is just a guy who is performing at the highest level every single time I needed to. Florenzi now with a message, he wants more wages. So right now, I cannot really afford it, so I can't give him a new contract. Hopefully he will not be too sad. Roma right now in the first position in the league with 60 points, 56 points for the second place team. So that match against Fiorentina was just so important. I just love to see my team come back into a game and win it in the end. Asamoah and Pogba with the most assists in the league, and none of our players are really in the top 10 for any of those 2 lists, which are considering the top scorer and the assist. So Serie A again, this time against Udinese. This is their starting lineup. Udinese, a team that I did respect a lot back in the day when they had Sanchez and all those players. Right now, I'm not really hearing too much from this team, and they do have a few really good players. But obviously, our team, together with Tevez in the striking position, should be performing much better than our opponents. Falke and Salah are back into the starting 11. Nainggolan, Pjanic and also De Rossi playing in the centre midfield position, just as they did at the start of the season. Falke though starting off on the left, crossing it, and what a big chance and what a save that was from the goalkeeper. When that happened, I was sitting there and thinking, how the fuck did he get there? It didn't make any sense. I was quite upset that we didn't score, but I was quite happy that our opponent did not score from this shot right here. But Udinese was a team that really knew, okay, maybe at home we can win against Roma, and they did exactly that. 1-0. 45th minute, they are getting closer to their goal in this match to get the 3 points against Roma, who are not the unbeatables anymore in the Serie A. Everyone knows they are vulnerable in the defense, and you can see that our opponents are playing kind of really attacking and trying to get our defense to make mistakes, pressuring us, and that is exactly what happens. Even though we have the best defensive stats in the league, I do feel like my defensive abilities are not better than my offensive abilities. I mean, I'm really happy with the best defensive team so far, but I need to get better. I really need to get better and concede less goals. But now, boys, it was time to make some changes for the team. Substitutions coming in: Sanabria, Strootman and Gervinho. I knew that Udinese was 1-0 ahead of us. They were playing at home, and now they would take their time to just hold on to the ball, keep the possession and waste some time. Sanabria starting off the attack, over to Nainggolan. Nainggolan to De Rossi. De Rossi back to Sanabria. And his shot does get saved. I mean, that was a big chance straight away after his substitution. And the attacks just keep on coming. 90th minute, plus 2 minutes added time. Tevez on the right. He's looking to cross it in the 90th minute. The crossover to Gervinho. But that goal actually counted as De Rossi's goal. The captain scores it because Gervinho just heads it onto him. I mean, Gervinho's header might have actually gone towards the goalkeeper, but De Rossi somehow actually saved us, so he scored that goal. Really lucky goal in the 90th minute, and I'm happy with that because I did not want to lose this match. I know it was a tough game against Udinese, but still I knew that my team was capable of not losing it. I knew we could get 1 point out of this one after conceding. So let's just move on from that match, knowing that we really did make some mistakes and we need to improve them in the future. And the future is the match against Atletico Madrid, which will determine our run in the Champions League, and the match against Inter, which is probably one of the most important ones of the season. In the background you can see I had to make a few changes because Tevez and a few players were quite tired, so Sanabria had to play this match against Atletico Madrid, which is not too bad. I mean, Sanabria has scored more goals this season so far as Tevez has, because obviously Tevez has just recently joined, and Florentina and Pjanic are unhappy, and that really, man, I don't want to see that. I really want to see my players being happy, and sadly Pjanic is unhappy. Even though we gave him a new contract, it seems like it's the same as it was with Coutinho. Maybe at some point he wants to be sold to another team. Hopefully that will not happen, because Pjanic is, in my opinion, a set player for the AS Roma squad, so I'm hoping that I do not have to change that in the future. Maybe, if you guys want me to, I can loan him out straight away at the start of the next season and then get him back after the transfer window is done, so we can make sure he sticks to the team. This is Atletico Madrid. Martinez and Griezmann in the striking position. Oliver Torres and Koke on the wings. Pastore joined them in the centre midfield position. So they are a really strong team. The first match ended 1-1. And this one is starting off with a big save from Perin. What an incredible save that was against Jackson. In the 17th minute though, we are starting off our own. The pass from Nainggolan over to Strootman. Strootman over to Iturbe. Iturbe does see Sanabria in the middle. He decides not to cross it straight away. Gets past one more player. And then Sanabria scores from a position which should be considered impossible. 1-0 for Roma, and Sanabria against one defender tackling for that ball, and while he's doing that tackle, he actually scores it. Let's take a look at it again. Iturbe did a great job cutting inside, getting past one player, but that shot from Sanabria was just unreal. So far in the Champions League, he has scored 2 goals. And now Atletico, you knew this team would try their best to get past me, but I really tried my best to defend. You can see me getting to the ball twice and then getting it away properly. That is something that a lot of assistant coaches have been telling me. Instead of passing it around at the back, I should just clear the ball whenever I get it off my opponents. Atletico with another big chance this time. Koke with the header to try and equalize, and now the defense of Atletico is making a big mistake. Savic loses it against Sanabria. He's now 1-on-1 against the keeper. Ball roll past him and scoring 2-0. 2 goals for the youngster. He has gotten into the team for Tevez, and I have to say, he makes it look easy. He is just such an incredible striker. I honestly would have never expected this guy to be that good. Antonio Sanabria is right now my favorite striker I have used on FIFA 16. Yes, I've said it. He is my favorite right now, and maybe just because of that fact, I might get rid of Tevez in the next season and just keep Sanabria as the main striker. I don't know what to do about that one, but you guys will have to decide, because I seriously am so happy that I've found a youngster that is able to perform so well. He's training, he's been trained a lot in this season, and we all know how good he has become throughout this season, scoring so many goals as the reserves team striker, and then also playing as the first team striker in a load of matches, and really performing well and showing that he's a player that AS Roma has to build their future on. But in this match, we have made it 2-0, and after that, I've kind of sat back and I was waiting for the match to be over. So because of that, Atletico had so many chances, but luckily, they were not able to score from any of them so far, but there's still 10 minutes to go. Nainggolan on the ball, losing it to Gabi. Gabi over to Godin. Godin to Jackson. Jackson with the cross. But our defense is again right there on the right positions, and they are clearing it as you guys have suggested it to me many times. Carrasco though gets a big chance, but that shot was just terrible. Atletico had at least 8 chances so far in this match, and they are not stopping right here. It's the 87th minute. The goalkeeper is out. Atletico is losing the ball right now. Iturbe has it. Iturbe will try it from long range. This could be the best long shot of the season. But no, the goalkeeper, man, I was hoping that would go in. That would have been the best goal of the season. Iturbe, I actually crossed it because I knew if I pressed the shooting button, he would have cleared it. So I decided to cross it, and that actually was so close to going in. Sadly, the goalkeeper was fast enough to keep up with it, but Oblak was beaten twice in this episode, and Sanabria is the hero of this match. We only had 43% possession. Atletico Madrid with 10 shots, only 2 on target, luckily for us, but they definitely deserve to score at least 1 goal in this match. But it's a good thing that we have gotten past them. 5 million added to the budget, which means I can now finally offer new contracts to the players that are unhappy. One of them being Florentina, and you can see Juventus is slowly catching up. They are only 2 points behind us, and our next opponent is Inter, who are in the top 5 as well. So this is a crucial match. If Inter does win against us, they are on the same amount of points as we are. But we were playing at home, and in these kinds of matches, I can just not lose it. Atletico was a really good result for our team, but now I had to play this team with Tevez in the striking position because Sanabria was tired. Salih Uchan, Paredes and Benassi playing in the midfield. That shows you that this is actually our reserves team. Yes, only Tevez from the first team is now replacing Sanabria in the reserves team, and he will be trying his best to score against Inter. Palacios so far in this season has been the top scorer, so I know what my defense has to do. They have to shut him down. Early on, we started off with a lucky long shot this time with Dodo, but the goalkeeper was aware that the shot got deflected and he saves it. But the next attack was just a few minutes later. Benassi now passing it to Tevez. Tevez over to Paredes. And Paredes had a great goal in the first match. He got us the 3 points against Fiorentina, but he couldn't hit the target in that position. Now Salah getting past 2 players. Really pacey guy on the right hand side. Will pass it to Tevez. Tevez over into the middle. Benassi to Falke. Falke to Salah, who does just smash that one sky high. I mean, that probably went out of the stadium, so a big chance wasted, and now our right back is actually falling down while he took that shot. Well, our midfield is picking up the ball again. Karstop passing it to Salah. Salah now looking to cross it, and that gets cleared by the defense of Inter. So far in this match, we have been the dominant force, and we definitely deserve to score a goal now. Karstop again joining the attack. But that was offside. But I had to show it because that save from Handanovic was just unreal. It was really similar to the one that Perin had against Jackson Martinez. He's keeping his team in the match, and we had to make some changes. Strootman, Vanker, and one more player joining into the match in order to maybe try and stabilize the midfield and try not concede against Inter. 1 point would be enough to keep them away from the first position of the league. In the 83rd minute, I tried my best with a shot, which once again got saved by Handanovic, and the defense of Inter was doing a great job trying to get the ball away every single time the goalkeeper made a save, and I couldn't get into any better positions to score a goal against Inter, so it ended in a draw. But luckily it was not a loss, because Inter would have catched up to us and they now could have been in the second position or maybe even in the first position, depending on their goal difference. But Paredes is upgrading a few of his stats, especially the interceptions, which are quite important for a center midfielder in my opinion. And Florenzi, no, buddy, no. Why do you say this? He is not really accepting the contract offer we made for him. The 25-year-old right back who's able to play in many positions. He's not accepting the contract. One of my favorite players actually for AS Roma. I love him in this team, and I don't want to replace him with any other player. So hopefully we can get around this and get a deal with Florenzi, and he will accept that one. But sadly, boys, I have a really bad message. Sanabria got injured for 2 months. So now we only have Tevez in the team, who is a proper striker. So maybe I need to do something about this, because I need 2 strikers. My reserves team needs a striker as well. Other than that, we have a good message from Pjanic. He is now going up to the 86 rating. He's very happy, so it seems like he's not really bothered by the contract issues and all that stuff. So maybe he will stick to the team until the end of this career mode. Hopefully I will never have to sell him, or the board will never sell him. Our opponent though, in the Champions League, luckily is Sevilla, because other than them, we would have played against the top clubs of Europe. And by saying the top clubs of Europe, I'm talking about the top 10 clubs of Europe. So don't get me wrong, Sevilla is an amazing team, and they have won the Europa League often enough. This episode's player of the episode was Sanabria. Sadly, he got injured, but hopefully he will be back very soon. Thank you, assistant coaches, so much for watching. Drop a like and have a nice day.